I'm Elsa Salonen, I'm fine artist and I'm based in Berlin. Normally I start by thinking the conceptual level of the piece, which means reading a lot and also contacting specialists such as geologists and space astronomer for this show. Then I move on thinking more the artistic idea of the work. I use different techniques, so I, for example, extracted colors from cut flowers. I also bleached the flowers, and I prepared colors from various natural materials. So I, for example, burned fox bones and used the ashes as colors. My very first memory about art is maybe when I was around 6 years old. I was looking a book of my mom. It was about Gustav Klimt's paintings, and I remember being very fascinated about these images and of course his technical skills, but also the way he showed life and death, the skulls together with the women of different ages and so on. I'm grinding the ochre that I found to make it as pigments, and then I'm just trying to see what kind of color it gives. I guess I became artist by just continuing to do the passions that I had already as a small girl. So I used to love to collect treasures in the forest, like stones and plants and so on. And nowadays I do colors out of them. Already as a small girl I like to think the big mysteries of the life, the things that make the life magical, which is also now included in my work. And of course I used to love to draw and paint already back then. The exhibition Solvet Galerie Jochen Hempel will show different works from a time phase of around 5 years. So there will be 2 series of paintings made on glass, one with meteorite dust and one with mineral stones. And there will be also some installations made with cut flowers and the colors extracted from the cut flowers. There will also be a dark room where you see one rose with the colors extracted from it and reflected back to the rose again. In the conceptual level, all these different works are united around the idea of an eternal energy of life that circles in the nature. So when something dies, from that matter a new life will born. We Are All Made of Stardust is a series of paintings on glass. As colors I used iron and stone meteorites, and the figures are from 17th century star atlases. They are illustrations of different constellations. And I also painted them on different glasses, so I'm showing one glass on top of the other, and you can see the figures through from the first glass. And also the shadows are in a big role in this series, so you can also see the shadows of these figures on the wall. This series of paintings was inspired of a scientific theory that I read, that most of the matter in all the living organisms, such as us, derive from the dead stars. And it's also a scientific estimation that our atoms will return back to space in a very distant future and possibly form new stars. Talk me art!